Uh, Hello everyone, nice to meet you again in this video. And for today, we are going to learn the lesson with the name Take care of your health and nutrition. Yeah, I think for this lesson is very useful for you. And for my health, I think it is not so good. Yeah, perhaps for my body, it is quite big. But I think for my mental, it is not so strong enough. Yeah, so that's why after reading this lesson, I appreciate so much. And I also promise to myself I need to change my diet. Yeah, and also practice to have on kind of habits that eat fruits regularly. Okay, and hopefully you also like this lesson. Now we start reading this lesson. Then I will explain the meanings of several keywords for you. Take care of your health and nutrition. Even if there is success in work or life, but without having good health to feel happiness, that success is only temporary. Take care of yourself and your diet, as it is one of the most important factors in staying healthy. Try to eat in moderation and choose the foods that are most suitable for your health condition. Have you ever noticed that even if you never bought or read a certain type of medicine, you would have to pick them up when sitting in the waiting room, before breakfast or before going to bed? Sometimes we are willing to accept unappealing things. It's the same with what we eat. When we are in a hurry and do not want to spend a lot of time preparing food, we will immediately use the available food. Let buy fruit to take home and use it as a snack. Studies have proven the physical benefits of eating fruit, and now we know it also has emotional benefits. Our bodies crave natural sweetness, which is an evolutionary advantage, which is why we see primitive humans eating more fruit. Only in modern times, when candies and canned fruit juices, carbonated drink content of natural sugars are less than chemical sugars in every way, this must needs to eat sweets become negative. Positive living habits are always beneficial for emotions, health, work, and happiness. Yeah. After listening to this lesson, this you recognize the benefits of have a good diet. Yes, it is really important, right? Yeah. Through this lesson, we understand that even though if you are successful, right, in your career or in your life, right, but your health is not good, I think you cannot maintain that success for a long time, and it is just temporary. So that's why we should care for our health, right? So if you want to have a good health, firstly you need to care about your diet. And in here, right, for this lesson recommends us that we should regularly eat fruits. Yeah, it is very important to improve our health. And in here, yeah, they also instruct for us how to do, right? So we can buy fruits such as apple, jackfruit, avocados, durian, right? For any kind of fruits that you like, and you put in the fridge, right? If you take a break from working or from studying, so you can get those fruits to eat, right? Yeah, it is very good for your health. And let's consider about myself. I think for me, I have a good habit that I usually exercise in evening for every day. I always exercise, but about eating, I think I do not have a good diet. Actually, I do not care so much about food for anything. And for me, just to the time, I just eat to yes to help me get in the fuel, right, for working or for studying in next in the next times. Yeah, but now I clearly understood that if you want to maintain, yeah, your yes, your effective working, also your effective studying, you should have a good health. So you can focus, right? And especially for the productivities of working or studying, it is very high. Yeah, it is the most important, right? So it means in the short time in working, right, you can handle a lot of work. And for studying in a short time, you can learn a lot of things, right? And you also easily remember the new knowledge, yeah, etc. Okay, and hopefully you also like this lesson. So now we will learn several keywords, right? Yeah, yes, as you can see that there are many words as well as the phrases, right? I highlight. Yeah, I highlight. I want you notice for the words I consider as the keywords, right? So if you can clearly understand those words or those phrases, no problem for you to understand completely this lesson. Okay. And now for the first word, I want to explain the meaning for you. The word success. Yeah. And here the meaning in Vietnamese, right? And for this word, you need to stress the second syllable, set, right? Success. Success, right? The fact that you have achieved something that you want and have been trying to do or get. Yeah. And we have an example. The company has achieved considerable success in this market. So for considerable success, it is huge. Yeah, it is not small. You understand about this success, right? It is very important and huge. Yeah. So for this sentence, we can understand that for the companies, right, has achieved a lot of success in this market. Yeah. And next for the word moderation. And for this word, you need to stress the third syllable, right? Right. Right. Okay. Moderation. And here the meaning in Vietnamese. Moderation, it means the quality of being reasonable and not being extreme. And we have an example. Alcohol should only ever be taken in moderation. Yeah, it means that you should only drink, right, with a small quantity. Yeah, this means that you should drink a little of alcohol and should not drink so much. And in here, I also want to ask you, can you drink a lot of alcohol? And for me, actually, I can drink, but just a little, not so much. For beer, I can drink around 2 cans or 2 bottles. And for alcohols, I think just several cups of alcohols. Yeah, I mean about the kind of cup, it is very small. Yeah, it is not big. Okay. And for next word, I want you to understand the word unappealing, right? Unappealing. Yeah, for this word, you need to stress the third syllable P. Okay. Unappealing. Okay. Unappealing. Yeah, and here the meaning in Vietnamese, right? Unappealing. Yeah, it means not attractive or pleasant. Yeah, so easy to understand, right? Yeah, it is not attractive or not pleasant. Okay. Not pleasant. We also have the word unpleasant, right? It is opposite meaning with this word unpleasant. Yeah. So in learning English, sometimes you also need to clearly understand about using prefixes. Yeah, prefixes. Yeah, with one adjective, right? If you add prefixes in front of that words, you can create opposite meaning. Yeah. And for this words, we have one example. The room was painted in an appearance shade brown. So through this sentence, we understand, right? For the rooms, it is not nice, right? Because it was painted in the brown, and for this colors is so terrible. So that's why we have this sentence. Okay. And here I also want to ask you if you will paint your room in the next time. Can you tell me the kind of color you would like to paint for your room. And for me, I like the color white. Yeah, I like white so much. And for the next word, crave. Yeah, it is verb, right? And for this word, you do not need to stress any syllable. Crave. Yeah, because it has only one syllable, right? Crave. Okay. Crave. It means to have a very strong desire for something. Yeah. We have on the example, she has always crave excitement. Yeah. So I think it is so dangerous if we have this these personalities, right? If you crave for excitement, because I think if you have these personalities, I think you would like to try the cars so fast, right? Because just when you try the car so fast, so you can have this feeling excitement, right? Yeah. Or if you want to have this feeling, I think you also like drinking so much alcohol or beer, right? And then go to the bars and dance. Yeah. And with some people, because they want to get this feelings, right? A strong excitement. Sometimes they also use drugs, right? I mean, cocaine. Yeah, it is so dangerous. And hopefully that you do not have this kind of personality. So I want to ask you, how do you think about yourself? Do you think that you always crave for excitement? So if you have these personalities, so do you have any plans in the future you should do to reduce the feeling that you crave for excitement? Yeah, to help you to be calm, yeah, or present. And for the final keywords, yeah, selected by me, I want to explain for you to understand the meaning. The word beneficial. Yeah, for this word you need to stress the third syllable, right? Fee. Okay, beneficial. Yes, and here the meaning in Vietnamese, right? Beneficial, it means having a helpful or useful effect. Yeah, so easy, right? So in talking, right, instead of using the word beneficial, you can use the phrase helpful effect or unuseful effect, right? Yeah, or unuseful effect. Okay. Um, now we have one example. A good diet is beneficial to health. Yeah, absolutely agree with this saying, right? A good diet, yeah, especially in your diet, should have much more vegetable as possible. And in my opinion, I think vegetable it is so good to promote well for your digestion, right? Yeah, so from that can improve your health. Okay, and for me, in the next time, I should care about my diet and need to add much more vegetable. Yeah. And thanks for watching, and hopefully that you like this video, and see you in next time in learning English with me. Bye bye.